Sotah Daf Chaf Aleph. We'll start off from Daf Chaf on the base, right after the Mishnah. Ilu loy shoyses lo not ksuba. Emeres tmein ilacha. If the woman admits, so she's not shoyse and she's not not ksuba. Amar Rabbi Yoshi Asach Zira Mishum Anchi Yerushalmi. That is Zira told me over Shem Anchi Yerushalmi. Shloisha hein shem bikshu limchol mochel and the three that we, if they ask for mechila, so we're mochel them vela in Sotah. In other words, if the Sotah asks mechila, Yiddish doesn't have to go through with it. When so Remorav Zaki Mamre Pi Besn. Sotah Stevla Mastiti Shabal and Roetzelish. It says in Parish Mishnah we saw that if he doesn't want to give it to drink, that's it. She goes out. No, that we thought would say that's before the actual Megillah was written. Also, Megillah, once they've written out the Megillah, so what telling us is still the husband can be Meichel. What we're talking about clarifies Megillah, where it was not yet erased. Megillah, that's not true that you cannot do Meichel. Ben Saramar, is this not the Mishnah? Hayav writes of Ima and writes Ima writes Vemvo writes so you can't you don't make Masayamar. So the Gemara says Savra Machaloy Ahmed Bedin. That's only before he actually went to Besna. So Meimeluchav Afilom Bedin, if they don't want to go through with it, they have a right to pull out. They can Michael. However, that's before the Gemara did. That's not true, then that's too late. That's only not to kill him. If Bezin decides to Michael Zakim Amri, but that's only not to kill him. But Avalach Zira, but put him back on the bench. They didn't put him back and give him back his previous status. Rabbi Yehuda ben Besaved and Tzivin. So Rabbi Yosh, so Zira says to Rabbi Yosh, when I came in front of Rabbi Yehuda ben Besaved and Tzivin, Al Shnaim Hoidali. Two of them he agreed with me, but one of them he did not agree on. Okay, Mamre loy Hoidali. Kadesh loy Yivam Machloikas B'Yisrael. There's no bezin, there's no right to Michael a Zakin Mamre. So now we said Ma time of the Beis Shammai. Right, it says that Mesu Balena Shalosh Shasu in the Mishnah. Beis Shammai not Ksuba V'Loy Shoises. They take the Ksuba, they don't drink with. So we said over there, said Loy Shoises Loy Nelas Ksuba. So we're asking now, what's the reasoning? So that Gemara says because she can always say Avili Bali, then he shows no problem. Bring me my husband. Obviously, he's not alive anymore. Bring him here, no problem. I'm ready to drink. I'm here, willing and able. He's not around. Therefore, give him a ksuba. Matana Beis Hill, however, Enkan Balash Kaisa. So Beis Hill say, no, okay, you're right. There's no bal here to give it to drink. Hechziras HaTorah Sfeiko, Usfeiko Lusfeiko, Usfeiko Luchudei. So the Torah put it back in a suffix. So and she remains a suffix, and since she remains a suffix, she does not get her ksuba. Her ksuba, we explained that you can't be moitzi mamoin, and it's not considered in this case. Normally, Basil holds that it's shtarmoid ligvas is kagavadon, but not in this case, and you're not moitzi a mammon from the yisayim besafik. Zokteli Mishnah mu beres chaveru menekes chaveroi loy shoyse v'loy natelas ksuba de Reb. So now there's a rule that a woman who's expecting or nursing cannot get remarried. It cannot get remarried. Let's say her husband dies, she can't get remarried. So he said, "Lo so she can't become a site either. She doesn't get a ksuba. No. What he could do is he can be mafresh from her, so he stays away from her, and then after once she's done with the nursing or the pregnancy, then he can take her back. Einless is Kenu Shein Ruile, Lo Yishois Ulan Tes Ksuva. Einless is Kena, they don't take, they don't drink the net, and the Pachal included in the Pash of Saita, also somebody who's not ready to give birth. So therefore, she should be included in Saita. Right, because the reason if it's ain't really late is because he's not meant to keep a woman like that. But over here, since he can get married, he can marry different women. So therefore, she should be included, even if she's an illness. Let's say she should be included in Parashat Saita. Other women, either they drink or you don't get the ksuba. So we said so Gemara says a person's not allowed to marry a woman who's pregnant or a nursing woman. Vimnasa, and let's say he did marry her. Although because of oima al tasik vul oilam asher gavul rishonu v'sedei yisomim al tavai. Don't come in this day, Simon. As you interfering with this, this baby's now a yas and the father's died. Now you remarried the woman. Um, it's not. That's not right. You're preventing, in a way, you're preventing this yasam from being nursed. And nice is the Gemara nice when Chaveru Menechus Chaveru Yoitzi V'lo Yachzer Elam is the Reb Meir. He has to divorce her, and the Reb Meir holds he can never marry you again. Chama Amrim Liachol Lafri Shalach Zil Lachzman. No, Chama says no problem. Just you shouldn't have done it, but once you did it already, just stay away from her, and then you'll take her back. Afraid the Gemara Chal Reb Meir kindness. Is Reb Meir kindness in all cases? No, there's any time you have a Gzer Rabbanon is Reb Meir kindness, and the Gemara is going to bring several cases. No Shmina Nado, Ketana Shechol. So let's say Ketana who did chalitza tachloitz mishetagdil, so she has to redo the chalitza once she becomes once she becomes a gdola. Im loichaltza chalitzasa, at least in the Yerushalmi's version, is sheva. Rab Monom Lastam, Rab Yitzchak Bereder Chia Ruba says of Shem Rab Yochanan, Rab Meir. This is Rashi. Rab Meir Oma Ein Cholzen Veim Yab Mesektana Shloi Timtza because Shema Timtza Islands. We're going to Carbonated Gersa. In other words, Rameh we see is not kindness because he says, let's say he didn't go ahead and redo the chalitza when she became a gdaila. We saw kshera. So see, Rameh is generally speaking not, he's not kindness. Tanamanika shemeis ba'ila loitinos ades rabba chadashim. So now we mentioned earlier that a person is not supposed to marry menekas chaver or meres chaver. So we see we have a brayso menika right shemeis ba'ila loitinos ades rabba chadashim. The Ramesh can't get remarried for 24 months. Rabbi Yehuda, no, Shmoynes is 18 months. Rabbi Yonasan, Ben Yossi, Vishami, Yomrim, and Tachri, Machlek, Visham is Hill. So Vishami, Yomrim, Esrim, Abba, Chadashim is 24 months, Vishalam, and Shmoynes, Chodesh, that's 18 months, and Rishim, Gamliel, Imki, Devroim, Esrim, Abba, Chodesh, Mutesli, Nos, Lacha, Esrim, Vechot, Chodesh, Imki, Devroim, Shmoynes, Chodesh, Mutesli, Nos, Lacha, Chamisha, Chodesh, Vishen, Chov, Neka, El, Lacha, Shlosh, Chodashim. Actually, when we say 24 months and 18 months, it's actually 21 months and 15 months because even if the woman becomes pregnant from the new husband, the milk only stops after 3 months. So she can get remarried 21 months in. Rabbi Yaakov Omer Kaviyo Shoal es Rabbi Shimon Lakish v'hoiri lei es Rabbi Chadashim. Right, he said that he paskin Rish Lakish paskin 24 months. Rabbi Yirmiyah Rabbi Yirmiyah says Kavi Shol Rabbi Chanina v'hoiri lei es Rabbi Chadashim also 24 months. What do we have to repeat this twice for? So on train over the Hava Chavi Shem Chanina v'Chavi Shem Shemalak. It was two different stories. It was two different memories. So it's not just the same exact circumstance being repeated twice. Ramona Harishmana Sochadish with some Kalo Yom because he was Mako, so he fasted because he passed in 18 months. He felt he was being too Mako. Ramar Ukva Hari Arbali, he passed in a place called Arbali, Esma Chaydish, Vafilu Mesa Tinik. Even if the Tinik died, he said 24 months. And the reason is the carbonated brings down is because maybe she went and out of love she killed the baby. So due to that chashash, we decided that she should not be able to remarry, even if the baby dies. She should not be able to remarry this way for 24 months. This way, it doesn't. You take that out of the. You take that out of that reason out of the running, so she won't kill the baby to marry a new husband. So we said in the Mishnah that Rebbe Elazar says that since he could marry another woman, therefore this one drinks. Chachamim will agree with, so they don't agree with that. They argue in the Mishnah. Now, but they will agree that if he already has she shows that if he has already another wife, then he could make her saita. What about a case? They die between the king and the sisters. Mekana her while he had Ishubanim, and then the other woman died. So answers she drinks. What about Loilo Ishubanim? He didn't have it. Umesu, and they died. Loilo Ishubanim, Vinoldo ben Kina Listira. That's the Girsa. So what about that case? So they were born only after the kina. When it says since originally she was not eligible to be a saita, so she remains ineligible to be a saita. Eishes Cohen Shoysu Matters Labaila. Eishes Cohen can drink and she's mutter to her husband. I think I was going to ask, obviously. Eishes Saris Shoysu Eishes Saris. She can also she can drink, and we'll see that that's going to be mabit from a pasuk. Yidei kol ha'arayis kulon mekanin chutz menakotnu mishen ish. You can be mekana her from any arise. In other words, let's say her brother. You can say, I don't want you to be secluded with her brother. We don't say, well, we'll discuss that. Um, except for a cotton is not a valid kinoi, and misha ain't a ish, a non-man, is also not included in kinoi. It can't be mekana from a woman. Okay, now we said ish is kind shais. So Gemara says, I don't understand, the lochein, man anam shasas v'loy bat goisa ma'ayim. Tahirihi. Obviously, why would she not be able to, right? Why would she not be able to go back to her husband if she drank the water and she's unaffected? Obviously, she's okay. So Gemara says, no, if you remember, we said, Ani yoyma as chus talala. Maybe it was as chus. So Gemara says, that's great, but that only works out. Nichek man dam as chus talala, and in the cares, there's no sign at all. In other words, when it says chus talala, she's completely unaffected. But param man dam as chus talala, in the cares, right? So over here, how would she? So we need you to tell, right? So over here, right, we says keres. So the carbonated says davkav chos toila misna vetnes v'nika shu machmas haschus kasha lama lo misna just kan shoy some materis labailo. Obviously, it was only from the schus. Right. So nichik man no mas chus toila v'nini keres. So we need is a chiddush. Right now, you need to tell me because it's right. So we're not telling the schus. What do you need to tell me for? Obviously, you can see it was from the schus because it's nikeres. She starts shriveling up. Ella b'mefuta. So we'll say is maybe, well, the water's not checking her. So say, well, there could be two possibilities. Doesn't mean she's completely tar, right? It could be that she was nanusa. So we don't say, well, since the water is not going to check her, right? The water has no effect on her if she was nanusa, right? It only affects if she was mafuta. Vizu anusa he, right? And so maybe she's nanusa. So ma anusa should be kuhuna. Kiratzon should be Yisrael, right? And another and by Kohen, right? His wife would be Asatan from Kain Tzorch Meimim Muters LeBeisa. So we have to tell you that no, we're not choishish that she was an anus. It's not dvar v'shchiach. Okay, I'll stop for now.